As humans produce and use more and more plastic, particularly single-use plastic, it's beginning to show up across the globe in our beloved oceans. Plastic is tough, durable, and biologically borderline indestructible, leaving an ugly mark floating in massive patches while marine life can only watch as their habitat gets invaded. Plastic pollution is becoming a greater and greater issue, and while public concern for the issue is growing, it still gets overshadowed by the seemingly more widespread topic of climate change.
Two innovative entrepreneurs seek to change this by finding a contemporary audience to fund their ocean cleanups. To do so, they set up a business, not a nonprofit, which sells their flagship bracelets as well as a variety of other merchandise and accessories, with a commitment to pull 1 pound of plastic pollution from the ocean for each item sold. They believe this unique approach to virtuous work, through cooperation rather than charity, can help them better tackle this issue they hold so dearly. 4Ocean founders Alex Schultz and Andrew Cooper are here with us tonight on 25 Minutes. Stay tuned.
Good evening. My name is Olivia Blanco.
And my name is Katie Beth Cannon. Welcome back to 25 Minutes, the underfunded spinoff of 60 Minutes.
We met with entrepreneurs Alex Schultz and Andrew Cooper.
Together, they started the company 4Ocean. Let's take a look at how they started this journey together.
Good evening.
We're so happy to be here.
So, can you explain to us what 4Ocean is?
Yeah, so 4Ocean is our way of giving back to the ocean, which has given to us so much. 4Ocean is a corporation. It is not a charity. It's actually a for-profit business. But it's not solely concerned with profiting for shareholder gain. Rather, we are a certified B corporation, meaning that we are a corporation whose goal is to benefit the public. We think that this unique approach is the most effective way to make a sizable impact on the world.
We'll get to more on your business structure in a bit. For now, let's get to your guys' background. What about life before 4Ocean? What was that like?
I was born on Marco Island in Florida. When I was a teenager, I became a licensed captain and ran fishing charters.
Yeah, and I was born in Orlando, Florida. I've worked on the water for a while now, like Alex. I'm the captain of a 100-ton seaboat and also a sailboat. Both of us attended the Florida Atlantic University, which is in Boca Raton. And that's actually where we met. So we realized that we both grew up on the ocean, loved surfing, so we hit it off pretty well pretty quickly.
How did you both come to start 4Ocean?
Since we both love surfing, we decided to go to a trip to Bali, Indonesia. When we got there, however, the beaches were just covered in trash. Like, we could barely get to the water. We saw a lifeguard and asked him, "Hey man, how come there's all this plastic on the beach and no one's doing anything about it?" The lifeguard said the government cleaned the beach daily, but trash just kept piling up.
So that really got us thinking, like, how can we fix this? And without funds, we really couldn't do much. So we got the idea to make 4Ocean and sell products to get the funds that we needed to clear the oceans. We wanted something fashionable, yet kind of low-key, so that anyone could wear them. We have a wide audience, and that's when we got the idea for our bracelets, and the rest is history.
Thank you guys again for being here. So, in exploring 4Ocean, we found that one of the most unique things about the company is that you are not a nonprofit, despite being a company that is dedicated to serving the environment. Could you tell us more about that?
Of course. When starting our business, we tried to evaluate the benefits of both. We decided that actually hiring people to pick up the trash would be more impactful and would ensure it gets done.
We also looked at some of the benefits of nonprofits. For example, when nonprofits get funding, some of it has to be used for specific things. Because 4Ocean is funded by the sales of our products and nothing more, we're actually allowed a lot more flexibility in what we use our money for and can ensure that everything gets done in the most efficient and sustainable way.
And as we state on our website, being a corporation could also allow us to invest capital in the future that will help us scale operations even more quickly in ways that a nonprofit model would not allow.
That's super interesting. On your website, it also states that 4Ocean is a certified B corporation. What does that mean?
To achieve B Corporation status, you have to go through a pretty rigorous screening process.
Yeah, they evaluate everything from company decision impact on employees, suppliers, customers, and even company decision impact on community and the environment.
And how does 4Ocean monitor company impact on the environment?
Track our environmental impact through the 4Ocean Trash Tracker. This only includes pounds of plastic pulled by our paid employees.
That's our captains and crew.
Exactly. It doesn't include any of the trash that has been pulled up from volunteers on shorelines.
Yeah, so we've actually pulled more trash than would be required to fulfill our pledge.
If you want to be exact, we pulled about 25% more pounds than units of products sold.
And we hope that we'll be making a mark on the environmentalism movement, particularly marine environmentalism as a whole. Climate change is getting more and more traction in the media and social movements, but studies show that much less attention is being given to the human impact on marine life.
We're really glad that public awareness for environmental causes is positively increasing. We've seen that organized efforts to make an impact on the environment can be very successful. Social media is a huge factor in this. YouTube superstars Mr. Beast and Mark Rober pulled together a charity called Team Seas recently, which was very successful, which proves to us that people do care about their oceans.
And while people aren't yet constantly thinking about the ocean, they do really care about it. A survey showed that 83% of Americans are concerned about the state of our oceans, and the leading concern about that is plastic pollution. People are becoming more and more comfortable with voicing their political and social views through their fashion, so we're really glad that we're able to put fashionable items out there for people to use to show their support. We partner with other companies, such as Cove USA, which focus more on this aspect. They put out some awesome-looking clothing, which helps us grow public perception of our business.
And what if I just wanted to donate to 4Ocean to help with the trash pickup?
Well, you can't just make a donation since we are a corporation, and we do want to keep that B Corporation status.
But you can participate in our Pounds Plus program.
Yeah, so our Pounds Plus program is where you essentially purchase 1 pound of plastic.
You're basically just getting a promise of service that we'll be paying our employees for.
But it is important to note that this is not a donation, so it's not tax deductible.
Exactly. Like we said earlier, we don't take donations. This is still a purchase.
But it's still a way to participate in helping the environment. Amazing.
More on how 4Ocean helps communities and the environment coming up.
Hi, I'm Katie Beth, and I'm here with
Abigail.
and we're just going to be talking about businesses and whether or not she's ever wanted to start one. So have you ever wanted to start a business?
When I was younger, yes.
And what was that going to be about?
A makeup business.
Could you explain any further what you would do with that?
I don't know, I just liked the Barbie makeup and I was like, I don't want to do this.
Then I'm here with
Andrew.
So have you ever wanted to start a business?
Yes, I have.
And what, if you did want to start a business, would that be about?
Real estate development.
Okay, can you explain further?
Just owning a lot of multi-tenant buildings and making a profit off that.
Yeah. Hey, I'm here with
Xander.
and we're going to be talking about whether or not he's wanted to start a business before. So have you ever wanted to start a business?
Yes.
And what would that have been about?
Okay, I was thinking about starting a car washing business where either I go get someone's car or I bring it to my house and we completely detail it so they don't have to leave their house. We just do it for them.
Hey, today I'm here with
Yeah, Henry.
and we're going to be talking about whether or not he's ever wanted to start a business. So have you ever wanted to start a business?
Yeah, I wanted to start a business.
And what was that about?
Yeah, a media, having a debate show for, starting from youngsters to adult youth and adult. I wanted to start something like that.
Yeah. And what kind of debates would you have on that show?
Yeah, basically, we can take any topic, right from leadership, motivating the youngsters, what leaders are. If you can just see this, the Parthenon, it stands so concrete. It's why? Because of the pillars. So the youth are the generation, the future generation. So, I just want to just motivate them on the subject of leadership, a debate of things, how to, frame those things. And finally, I will tell who is a winner. Like that, I wanted to start,
And I'm here with
Noah Tidmore.
to talk about whether or not he's ever wanted to start a business. So have you ever wanted to start a business?
Yes, and I've started a few and failed a few. So,
And what have some of those businesses been about?
one was a shirt company, one was a resale company, and one was a car detail company.
Awesome. Could you tell me any more about any of those businesses?
Yeah, the shirt company failed miserably. I barely made my money back. And then the resale company, I didn't have enough capital to reinvest, and the detailing company did really well. So you gotta fail and continue trying. Honestly, my advice is to just try and fail. And if you try and it doesn't work out, try again.
Then I'm here with
Stacy.
and we're going to be talking about whether or not she's ever wanted to start a business. So have you ever wanted to start a business?
Yes, I had a business before.
Oh, wow. Okay, so what was the business that you had before?
Clothing, my clothing brand.
Very cool, very cool. And what about any other business ideas you've had?
I want to own a coffee shop one day, yeah.
Very cool. Do you know what kind of coffee shop, where it would be or anything like that?
Something chill, kind of with doing something for like the society, helping, and just being different.
Very cool. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Many people want to start businesses of all kinds. What did they have to learn from 4Ocean and the way that they operate as a business?
More information coming up after the commercial break. About 16 billion pounds of plastic enters the Earth's oceans every year. With the problem increasing daily, it can be difficult to stay hopeful for recovery.
However, society can come together and help our marine and coastal environments in a simple yet effective way. With 4Ocean's 1 pound promise, 1 pound of trash is pulled from the ocean by full-time captains and crews with every product sold.
The 4Ocean bracelet has become an iconic symbol of Alex Schultz and Andrew Cooper's business and is a wearable reminder to everyone on the issues of single-use plastic and ocean pollution. Other products include apparel, beach gear, alternatives to single-use products, and cleanup gear.
Their bracelet subscriptions go one step further by pulling 2 to 4 pounds of trash, as well as sends their customer new bracelets every month. To learn more, visit www.4ocean.com. So, make a promise, the 1 pound promise.
Welcome back to 25 Minutes. As we finish off today's episode, let's learn more about what our guests have to offer to other entrepreneurs.
What is the best piece of advice to give new entrepreneurs regarding their workload?
Wow, biggest piece of advice? I guess I would say that as a company, you have to work to be engaging with your customers and your supporters on multiple fronts. 4Ocean achieves this by selling quality products while also promising environmental efforts which match these product sales. We offer online courses surrounding our mission and create an overall cohesive kind of vision with our company.
I mean, it sounds like you guys have it all figured out. What would you tell people who don't have it figured out and who are trying to figure out what kind of businesses they want to have?
I would probably tell them that they have to look at the benefits of different business plans. You can't just assume, for example, that because you are starting a company dedicated to the environment, that it has to be a nonprofit. You should look into the benefit of being a corporation, as we did.
And do you have any other pieces of advice to give? Anything else that's just incredibly important?
I would say that transparency is a pretty big deal.
Oh, for sure. Transparency is huge.
Yeah, so 4Ocean makes a point to be transparent about the things like our promise to pull 1 pound of plastic for every purchased product. This promise has up to a year to be fulfilled after the purchase of the product, which is clearly stated on our website.
Exactly. We're usually pretty ahead on this, but if for some reason we fall behind, we wouldn't want people to think we're fraudulent or anything like that. So we make sure to be fully transparent about what we do and when we do it.
Wow, that sounds amazing. And honestly, it sounds like something everybody could do.
And finally, how would you say that the company has impacted people on an international level?
We have been so blessed to receive an immense amount of support from people around the world. It's crazy to see how our company has impacted so many people. We've become one of the world's biggest ongoing ocean cleanup companies, and we currently have our headquarters located in Boca Raton, Florida, and cleanup operations in Indonesia and Haiti.
The jobs we have created by opening new operations have greatly helped the surrounding communities counteracting economic impacts. We've also brought new opportunities for growth, equality, education, and prosperity to the employees and their families.
I mean, you guys have seriously changed the world for the better. What are some final points you can mention closing the interview here, such as how you see your company growing innovatively?
Well, we still have this in the works, but we began creating our new mobile skimmer in 2019 to specifically target large collections of pollution found offshore. While the vessel is still being tested, we are hoping to send it off from one of our international sites. And though it won't end the problem of ocean pollution, we believe that it will make a solid dent in the process of decreasing it. We are really stoked to see the effectiveness of this mobile skimmer and to keep helping the ocean one piece of trash at a time.
Thank you so much for joining us here tonight.
We appreciate Alex and Andrew for their time and wish them luck on future endeavors. Tune in next time for more.
More what?
I don't know.
And please be sure to help.
This has been 25 Minutes. Have a good night. Press the big red button. Is it recording?
I think so.
I think it's on. Good.
It's on.
Okay. All right. Let me get this going. Okay.
So, hello everyone. Our apologies for these technical difficulties that you might see going on here. Right now we have an extremely tight budget and it seems to have cut short our film time. So this is us struggling.
You know what? It's okay, but we are dedicated to bringing you every ounce of knowledge and information that we have possible to share with you all on what it means to be an entrepreneur. And in the idea of journalistic ethics, we wanted to give you full transparency and access to our sources.
Yes, and exactly. Like, we feel like it's important for our audiences to know where we are getting our information from, as well as how we came up with the questions we asked the entrepreneurs that we had on the show today. So we just wanted to make sure that like everyone kind of knew where we were at, where we were getting our information from.
So to start us off, we found the information regarding the life of these entrepreneurs before starting their business, 4Ocean, from 4Ocean's official website under their mission page. Forgot to start the teleprompter. Anyways,
Okay.
we had people for this. It's okay.
We did. We used to. But in regards to the 4Ocean business model and their status as a B corporation instead of a nonprofit, we also used the 4Ocean's website, which gives multiple articles regarding the frequently asked questions about the company and what they do as a company. So the articles we used were titled, "Can I donate to 4Ocean? Why isn't 4Ocean a nonprofit? Is 4Ocean a company or a nonprofit? And does the trash tracker include pounds pulled by volunteers?" As well as, "May I give money to 4Ocean to clean the ocean without receiving products in return?" As well as the 4Ocean website, we also used a news article from PR Newswire titled, "In less than 2 years, ocean cleanup company 4Ocean pulls 2 million pounds of trash from the ocean and coastline."
Yeah, very great resources, indeed.
Fantastic.
And when looking up information on the 4Ocean products, we again used the 4Ocean's official website, but this time we used it under the shop tab, and we included the descriptions of the benefits of purchasing each item.
Yes, and in formulating questions about 4Ocean's international impact, we used an online article by Forbes magazine contributed by Jeff Cart on January 29th, 2020, titled, "4Ocean has removed more than 7 million pounds of trash, expands bracelet-funded cleanups to Central America."
So, great guy, great author.
Yes, and it was a really great article.
Yes. And as we researched on how other companies could learn from 4Ocean, we drew on some past research, experience, and our knowledge of what it means to be an entrepreneur.
So those questions were really just based on like what we thought y'all would want to hear as like upcoming entrepreneurs.
Yes.
And when looking into the 4Ocean company mission, we got our information once again from the official 4Ocean website, as well as used some information found on an online CNBC article written by Tom Huddleston Jr. in September of 2018. And this article was titled, "These 20-something surfers started a company that pulled 1 million pounds of garbage out of the ocean."
Crazy. It's crazy.
Very crazy, as you saw in the interview.
Insane. And when trying to determine the impact that 4Ocean has on the environment and the environmental industry and community, we used data from Pew Research as well as the study from Yale University and The Economist.
And finally, when looking at relevant historical data such as the state of the environment today, we mainly looked at the National Geographic website and specifically their pages on ocean health and the amount of trash that is found in the ocean.
Yes. We listed all of our sources on a document for your convenience, and we will put that up.
We do still have an editor still.
We do. We didn't lose him. Thank you, editor.
He'll be putting that up for y'all.
I need to learn his name
right now.
Anyways.
Yeah, that would be good. Yeah. So anyways, use this information wisely and start investing in fact-checking your sources. We've given you the information to do that, so please make sure you do.
Yeah, so, you can maybe even start your own spin-off show, and it'll meet requirements such as duration, unlike ours.
Oh, way to be subtle with our issues there, Olivia.
It's not my fault that our camera guy quit, so.
Yeah. Anyways, as we wait for the teleprompter to load, this is your reminder to please help. And thanks again for joining us on 25 Minutes.
We'll see you next time.
Hello, YouTube. Okay, so in one of my classes, in this class that you're all in, assumably who are watching this, and we had to watch this little investigative news thing, 25 minutes or something like that. I mean, like we all watched the video, about these entrepreneurs who started a company. The company was 4Ocean, like as y'all saw in the video, and it's this company that sells bracelets and like some sustainable alternatives to single-use products. I think like straws and silverware and stuff like that. But the different thing about them is that they're all environmentally friendly and everything. So they have this promise that for each product sold, they'll pull 1 pound of plastic from the ocean, which I mean, like y'all all saw in the video. Anyways, that's like what the little newsreel was about. If you didn't watch it and didn't do your work, I see you. But as part of watching it, we're supposed to be making this video, which I'm, doing now, about our thoughts on the video. So like we all have to watch one, so I hope you like mine. But my like biggest impact, biggest takeaways, all of that, I think is like what the video is supposed to be about. And it's like diving into that, I guess, I would say that my biggest takeaway on this video was definitely the idea of thinking about what kind of business you want to be before starting one. Like I totally assumed 4Ocean was a nonprofit before watching this video because they're super geared towards helping the environment and all that, and I just kind of thought that it meant they had to be a nonprofit. But they aren't. They're a corporation, which is kind of different and cool. And not only that, but they're a certified B corporation, which, like, as you all saw in the video, basically just means that they're held to a pretty strict standard. So, like, all the promises they make about their ethics and their impact, those promises, like, have to be met, which I also thought was really cool because nowadays I feel like so many companies just, like, slap a sustainability label on their products to make consumers feel good. And I think based on the video that 4Ocean is really trying to, like, combat that idea. I also did some research about this off the video, based off those sources they gave us at the end. Honestly amazing. But anyways, I really did enjoy doing my own exploring, and I found that 4Ocean actually has like an entire video on their website about their business model and how it came to be. As students in an entrepreneurial class, I think it can be like super important for us because that's the kind of thing we're really getting at with this class. Like business models and how they can be used in other companies and how they can apply it to our own business ideas. So I really enjoyed being able to like watch that video, 25 minutes or whatever it was, and just kind of explore the 4Ocean business plan on my own. And I think that was probably one of my biggest takeaways. So anyways, this is fun. Hope y'all enjoyed my little rant, and hope that you also all enjoyed the newsreel that we watched. So.